Hello, hola, bonjour, ni hao. If you understood more than one of these greetings, chances are you may already be part of the world's bilingual population. My name is Annabelle Cardoza, and I am thrilled to be here with you today to talk about the benefits of bilingualism and why you might want to learn a second language. As a linguistics major at the University of Kansas, I have always been passionate about language and communication. However, growing up, I often struggled to maintain my own bilingualism, and I know that some of you may be facing similar challenges. The insights I'll share today about the benefits of bilingualism are grounded in scientific evidence, drawn from my research reading journal articles on the topic. Let's start with a clear definition of what bilingualism is. According to Professor Francois Grosjean, the term bilingual refers to an individual who uses two or more languages or dialects in his or her everyday life. Not so many years ago, many people used to believe that bilingualism held people back, particularly children. One idea was that children experience slower cognitive development due to the burden of managing two languages at once. However, recent studies have shown this idea to be a myth. Recent studies have revealed that being bilingual actually enhances cognition. A cognitive advantage refers to an enhanced mental ability that allows an individual to perform certain tasks or solve problems more effectively than others. As just one example, Barak and Bialystok's 2012 study tested 104 6-year-old children on verbal and nonverbal executive function tasks to examine the effects of bilingualism on development. The results showed that all bilingual groups in the study performed equally well and even better than the monolinguals tested. Another study by Bialystok and Craik, 2010, explored the way bilingualism affects cognitive and linguistic performance. For example, in a card sort task, participants sort either by color, red or blue, or shape, circle and star. Participants first sort by one dimension, for example here, by color, but are later instructed to switch to a different rule, which is matching based on shape. The researchers predicted that bilingual children should respond faster than monolingual children because this task taxes cognitive flexibility. The results confirmed their predictions. Contrary to popular belief, being bilingual is not a hindrance, but rather an advantage in domains that are critical for successful decision-making and problem-solving. Further research has shown that bilingualism can have a positive effect on aging and health. Dementia is a condition that affects a person's memory and clear thinking abilities. A study by Bialystok and colleagues found that bilingualism delayed the onset of dementia by 4 years. This suggests that bilingualism assists in preserving brain integrity in older age. Several studies have supported these findings, confirming that bilingualism is a beneficial factor in maintaining and preserving your brain health for years to come. Other studies have focused on how bilingualism impacts the brain. In a 2015 study, Bialystokas and colleagues examined white matter in the brains of bilinguals who acquired their second language after the age of 10. White matter refers to the brain's wires that connect different parts of our brain together and facilitate faster and more efficient signal transmission. The findings from their research indicated that bilingual speakers indeed have stronger white matter connections. Research has also found that bilingualism provides sociocultural advantages. An article by Grace Cho, 2000, investigated the potential advantages associated with maintaining a heritage language, which is a language associated with one's cultural background. This is an important issue in the United States, where many immigrant populations struggle to maintain their native languages. Data from both a questionnaire and interviews with Korean immigrants in the U.S. led Cho to argue that having strong competency in one's heritage language provided numerous sociocultural and professional benefits. In contrast, not having high competency in Korean reduces people's ability to connect with their culture and also limited their social and business opportunities. A participant in the study, Jessica, stated, "There was a time that I can distinctly remember where I wished I could study Korean in order to learn how to write correctly. When I applied for an internship job last summer here in Southern California, the company assumed that because I was Korean and spoke the language that I could also write fluently. When I explained to them that I could not, they told me they were very sorry, but they would have to turn me down because the position required someone who could fluently speak and write in a foreign language. I was utterly embarrassed and disappointed in being turned away. But more than anything, I was ashamed of the fact that I could not write in what is supposed to be my native tongue." On the other hand, Luke, a participant with high competency in Korean, stated that his Korean speaking ability not only helped him communicate with his family, but also to become more marketable in his field of business. These findings suggest that having a high degree of competency in the heritage language provides societal benefits, and that there are disadvantages to people who have not gained strong competence. Bilingualism also offers a benefit with respect to eventual earning potential. Did you know that bilingual individuals earn on average 5 to 20% more than their monolingual peers in the job market? A 2014 study by Rombauer and colleagues explored the economic benefits associated with bilingualism in the United States. A key finding revealed that bilinguals earned about $2,800 more than English monolinguals, an amount which would be $4,496 in 2023 dollars. A 2005 study focused on investigating the economic benefits of being bilingual for U.S. college graduates. Consistent with past research, the results of the study showed a wage advantage 2 to 3% higher for bilingual college graduates compared to those without a second language. As a college student, becoming bilingual can serve as a valuable tool for accessing greater economic opportunities. Beyond the benefits I've just discussed, which come from scientific research papers, I would like to share my own personal experience as a Mexican-American bilingual in the U.S. I have experienced firsthand the immense challenges of becoming bilingual in the U.S. During my early school years, I often questioned whether I was American enough, and when I was at home, I wondered if I was Mexican enough. It felt as though I was distancing myself from my cultural heritage by not always speaking Spanish, not consistently listening to Spanish music, and not exclusively enjoying Mexican food. This cultural struggle was real. However, I realized that growing up with two identities goes beyond the language I speak. There were so many benefits that came with it. In terms of music, it meant enjoying Vicente Fernandez, mariachi, and Bad Bunny, but it also meant enjoying Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, and AC/DC. In terms of food, during Thanksgiving, I was lucky to have both tamales, pozole, homemade tortillas, and also turkey, mashed potatoes, and sweet potato casserole. This is what the Mexican-American experience looks like. Being a bilingual has changed my life experience for the better. It's a life filled with flavor, diversity, and a blend of everything in between. I take pride in being bilingual, knowing that I may never be Mexican enough or American enough, but I will always take pride in being both. If you are struggling to maintain your bilingualism, I encourage you to do so, because maintaining my bilingualism has allowed me to bridge the communication and cultural gaps that often divide us as a society. Now, before I go, here are some resources to get you started on your bilingualism journey. If you happen to be at or near a university like KU, you can take foreign language classes and attend cultural events and festivals offered around campus. These events will not only expose you to the language, but also to the food, music, and traditions associated with those cultures. At home, you can listen to music, watch movies, and read books in the language you are learning. One of my personal favorite things to do to maintain my bilingualism is to talk with my grandparents and my family. This has strengthened my bond with them because I am better able to understand their stories and traditions. Conversations with my family in Mexico, filled with anecdotes and wisdom, provide a deeper connection to who I am and where I come from. My dual identity as a Mexican American has shaped me to be a more adaptable and open-minded individual. Embarking on the journey of learning a new language requires commitment and determination. However, the benefits that await you are invaluable.